Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be about rules to deal with a narcissist. You may by now have realised you're not alone in this. You are not the problem and you are definitely not crazy. You are not the narcissist. If you haven't worked this out yet, it takes time. Don't worry. Keep going. Keep looking up the information. You soon will realise that you are not the problem. You might be gaining your confidence back, happiness back, your self-worth, self-esteem and self-love. If not, keep going because you will. One of the many things I am asked is, how do you deal with a narcissist? The best answer is you cannot. Go, no contact. No contact is always the best way forward. For various reasons, some narcissists you can't completely remove from your life. In this case, it needs to be limited contact and grey rock. Some practical information on how to actually deal with a narcissist, whether or not to stand up to them and what you can do. Those on the narcissist personality disorder spectrum are challenging, to say the least. Some are extremely dangerous, so you would need to move miles away. You can always outsmart them. They are extremely manipulative people who will go to any extreme to be in control and have things their own way. When a narcissist is not getting their own way, they play so many games to confuse us, to get us to doubt ourselves, to get us to blame ourselves, to get us to defend ourselves, justify ourselves and explain ourselves to them so that they can get their own way. We can't learn how to change them. We can learn how to change ourselves around them so that they can no longer get to us, so that they can no longer use our emotions against us. Here are a few things you can do with a narcissist, and there are many games that they like to play that you can not completely remove from your life, or if they keep trying to come back into your life. Do try to distance yourself from the narcissist as much as you possibly can, especially when all they do is bring you down and bring you pain. At some point, we have to find our motivations to stop us going back to our limitations. Number 1, establish your values and your beliefs to create your boundaries and stick to them. If something doesn't bring you inner peace, say no and stick to your no. 2, if you can pay them a genuine compliment before you try to explain your point of view, anything that's not seen from their false reality that they take as criticism, sometimes if you can compliment them first or make them feel like something was their idea in a good way, they may go for it. This is great in the workplace or co-parenting. It's hard to let your pride go at first. Some narcissists will not fall for it. Those who do, it will make your life a little bit easier and it will make their life a little bit easier. You have to focus on the end result. Most people, even those who are not narcissistic, can be offended by the way something is said to them and not what has been said to them. 3, do not think for 1 second that they have changed or that they care. They change just long enough and appear to care just long enough until their needs have been met, and then they go back to who they indeed are. It's incredibly hard to come to terms with the fact that some people do not care, especially those who put a great big caring act on. It's always helpful to remember that people who care wouldn't continue to hurt you. 4, do not give them any information about yourself. Anything you do say will be taken as evidence and used against you. The narcissist will use information, often in a hurtful way, against you. They will try to disrupt your life any way they can. They are looking to provoke you. They are looking to control you. They are not looking for compromise. 5, Learn to no longer second guess yourself against the narcissist. Once they have you second guessing yourself, they have you right where they want you. You do not need to justify yourself to them. They are playing a game and will use your justifications against you. A narcissist wants you to second guess yourself. They want you to doubt yourself. Narcissists are the experts at gaslighting. Start to keep a diary of events or child arrangements. Keep everything via messages or email. You can then do your own reality check, as narcissistic people are great at lying. They're great at twisting the story. They're great at spinning tales. They can be extremely convincing, as they don't feel the remorse or the guilt. It can make you want to react to them. Don't fall for it. The problem isn't within you. The problem is within them. 6, try not to take what they say and do personally. Recognize that's who they are. That's the problems they're carrying within their life that they're projecting out onto you to make themselves feel better. Narcissistic people do not see you as an individual and believe you are a pawn for their games. They believe the same about anyone and everyone. Observe their behavior. Don't absorb it. Learn the games that they play. Recognize the game that they are coming at you with. Tell yourself the game that they are coming at you with, and then don't respond to them. Don't react to them. Narcissistic people tend to thrive off emotional responses, whether that's getting positive responses out of you or whether that's to wind you up, to get you going, to get those negative responses out of you so they can blame everything on you. They are looking to manipulate your emotions, to use your emotions against you. Don't take it personally, is who they are. 7, this is a challenging thing to do. Still, once you get it, life becomes easier. Keep your own standards high while you lower your expectations of them. Lowering your expectations of their understanding. Lower your expectations of their ability to recognise the pain they cause other people. Understand they can't put others first, only if it meets a need of their own, only if they're manipulating someone. Let their games pass you by. Fight for what is right for you. Fight for what you need. Leave them be on the rest. Don't fight with them. Take the correct channel to get what is rightfully yours in divorces. Do not back down. When they offer you something with one hand, they're usually taking something away with another. Narcissists are experts at manipulation, games and drama. Observe what they do so you can see the pattern of what they're going to try next. Once you recognize the pattern, you can know the game that they're going to play before they even come at you. Do not absorb their toxic behaviour or get drawn into their games. Some narcissists can stir up drama and then sit back and watch the show like it was nothing to do with them. A narcissist will deny and they will blame shift. 8, don't try to beat the narcissist. Don't brag. Remember, they will use any information about you against you. The more you try to beat them, the more you enter the game with them. When you have feelings such as guilt and empathy, you're the one that's going to be left feeling bad. When they don't, or they lack the feelings of empathy, they lack the feelings of guilt, when they shift the blame over to you, they're going to be the ones that end up feeling smug, often leaving you feeling worse. 9, ignore the narcissist smear campaign against you. It's tough. This is one we have to hang on for the ride and grieve the emotions as they hit us. Please do not join in with the narcissist smear campaign. You're only playing straight into the narcissist's hands. Genuine people will walk with you. Those who gossip, leave them be. They might have those seeds of self-doubt that the narcissist has planted within their minds. Just let it play out without you playing, and eventually people will see the truth. Those who don't want to see the truth are people you don't need in your life. 10, never react to the narcissist. They take your reaction as having power and control over you. The most effective way you can deal with a narcissist is not to join in with their games. Do not respond. When you don't absolutely need to respond, don't respond. Retreat, rethink, and only respond if you need to. Never react. Reactions are exactly what they want from us. They wind us up, they get us going, they pull on our emotions until they get that emotional response so that they can blame us for our reactions, and we blame ourselves for our reactions, which is all they need to distract us from their actions. It is extremely challenging at first because it becomes a pattern of behaviour within us. It's a learning curve, as a narcissist will have also learned exactly what buttons to push to get us going. They often use the things we care about the most, or the things that have hurt us the most, as they know these are the things that we are going to most passionately defend. These are the things that are going to cause us that pain. 11, always remain calm around a narcissist. No emotions, no reactions, as cool as a cucumber at all times. In the beginning, once they're not around, scream, shout, let all those emotions out. Just not in front of the narcissist. You will get to a point where you know who they are and what they do. It'll no longer have the same effect on you. Working on yourself and your own happiness, your own thoughts, your own mindset will help you with this. When you need to ask them, and when you need to ask them a question, recognize more often than not they're not going to answer this question. They're just going to fire a question straight back out at you. When they do this, try to bring it back to the original question. Just explain, well, let's solve this first together, and then we'll work on that. Use the word we. If we just try and sort this out first, and then we can discuss that. Because narcissistic people tend to fire a question back at you, because as soon as they are questioning you, they are the ones that have the control of the conversation. They are the ones that have provoked you to become on the defensive, provoked you to justify yourself and explain yourself to them. And it can be a simple question of, are we still going out tonight? And they will come at you with, why do you always expect me to do things for you? Why do you always come at me as soon as I walk through the door? Just because it's who they are as a person. It's nothing you've done, it's just who they are. They have to seek that control. Therefore, one way they do this is by getting you on the defensive to distract you from the question you've asked them. And it leaves you confused, it leaves you bewildered, it leaves you upset. So recognize what they've done, recognize how they've twisted it around onto you. Either try and bring it back to the original conversation, or leave them to it. Sometimes in life, the best thing you can do is just let them be wrong and carry on with your day. And one last tip, find your sense of humour. Narcissists are hurtful, negative, draining people to be around. Once they bring you down, once they bring your state down, once they bring your mindset down, once they place you into that victim mentality, once they hurt your feelings, they've got you right where they want you. I wouldn't recommend laughing at or to or in front of a narcissist. However, if you can find your sense of humour in the horrible things that they do to you, for example, if you can learn to recognise their game and find the humour in the game that they play and see them for who they are. That sense of humour alters your state of mind. It lifts you up. It brings you out of the depressive state that they're trying to put you in. And it brings you into that joyful state where you can think on a more helpful level to you, what's going to help you in the situation. When you're thinking, why is this happening to me? You're thinking of all the things in life that are going wrong. When you're thinking, oh, well, yeah, I see what you've done there, and find the laughter in it, you're finding the joy in life. And it's not to be offensive towards them. It's to change your state of mind to a method that works for you and not against you. Narcissists are trying to get you to work against yourself. You have got to get yourself to work for you. Another thing, when they seem to be throwing everything at you to bring you down, is find at least three things in your life that you are grateful for. If you're struggling to find 3 things in your life that you are grateful for, find 3 things in your life that you can create to be grateful for. Know your reason why and go out there to start achieving these things for you. If anyone has any advice on how they handled a narcissist, please do add that into the comments for anyone reading through. I shall add in the video description the video I did on why we need to stop explaining ourselves to narcissistic people. I have partnered with BetterHelp. Their sponsored link is also in the description, and I do have several online guides to understanding narcissism and overcoming narcissistic abuse, which I shall also add into the description. Thank you very much for listening. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.